Hey everyone, back today to talk a little bit more about digestion. If you missed the first video that I did on digestive issues and how we deal with those at the Calm Clinic, we'll drop the link in the description box below so you can check that out. But essentially what we talked about in that last video is that oftentimes treating the overall eating pattern for somebody should be the first step in addressing any IBS related or other digestive symptoms. So full description of that there, and then you can come back and check out this case study. So for this particular person at their initial visit, what we discovered was, first of all, through just chatting, this person had dealt with digestive issues for an extremely long amount of time and had really tried to manipulate or change their nutritional intake to resolve as much of it as they could on their own, and really was not seeing any improvement in their symptoms. When we tested this person's metabolic rate, it actually came back at 38% of what was predicted for them, which was extremely low. And their protein breakdown rate came back at about 220% of what was recommended. So this person was not eating enough over a long period of time, such that the body started to slow its metabolic rate down. It started to slow down what it was doing throughout the course of the day to cope with the small amount of food that this person was able to tolerate. And because the food was not enough to fuel what the body's need was, its own processes of breaking down its tissue to create calories to fuel that metabolic rate, that resting energy expenditure, was extremely high. So this person was in a very malnourished state by the time they did come to us. From the body composition analysis, we learned that this person's lean mass was also quite well below the normal range, and that relates directly back to that protein breakdown. Muscle is one of those tissues that oftentimes the body will break down for extra calories to fuel the resting energy expenditure. So we saw that corroborated in the body composition analysis as well. In terms of nutritional analysis, this person came in eating about 42% of what their recommended nutritional needs would be, and about 23% of what their protein needs would be. So really, because of these digestive symptoms, they were not able to tolerate very much at all. One of the other things related to intake was that their hydration was quite low as well. They weren't able to tolerate or didn't remember to drink enough, so their hydration status was also quite low. This person had eliminated 2 major food groups, trying to resolve or reduce their digestive symptoms, and that was a huge part of the reason why this person was so nutritionally compromised or malnourished. Visibly, so this person definitely presented as someone who was really fatigued, and their report really explained that their energy levels over several months of trying to deal with these digestive symptoms was extremely low. This person experienced sleepiness multiple times throughout the day, often needed a nap to get through the day, had an extreme difficulty getting out of bed and feeling like they couldn't get going in the morning. So this person was really struggling in terms of energy just to function throughout the day. As a result, they weren't engaging in any real physical activities, which this person really said that they missed doing particular activities either on their own or with friends that they really loved. And in terms of digestive symptoms, this person was really experiencing a number of symptoms up and down the digestive system. So a lot in the belly, so gas, bloating, abdominal distension, a lot of pressure or pain with eating, nausea during or after eating, a very, very uncomfortable experience. And then also in terms of lower digestive issues, a lot of bowel irregularity and just discomfort and oftentimes pain as a result of this. So this person was really, really struggling, and at that initial visit, we created a prescriptive nutritional plan for them, and the first thing we really started doing was breaking out into smaller, more frequent meals, so 5 to 6 times a day. The goal was to meet and then exceed 100% of their nutritional need. We really wanted to focus on calorie-dense foods to get them the calories they needed to heal the metabolism and to stop the body from breaking down so much protein, and over time see if that would help with the digestive system functioning as well. In terms of fiber, one of the things we did was really try to limit to a serving at a time, to not overwhelm the digestive system with a lot of fibrous breakdown all at once. So we really focused on limiting fiber servings, and then also where possible blending it, cooking it, trying to mechanically break it down so that when it entered the body it may have been a little bit easier for the body to break down. And then we also added digestive aids that helped with the digestion process at the time of the meal to hopefully reduce some of the pressure, the gas, the bloating that this person was experiencing. So that was the initial presentation and the initial treatment model. At our 3-week follow-up, we discussed how the client was feeling, and this person was feeling still a little bit sluggish, still really struggling with their energy, but overall this person had improved their intake such that they were meeting about 70% of their nutritional needs and also about 63% of their protein needs. So really, in the face of a lot of digestive issues, doing beautifully with bringing up their intake and feeling a little bit of relief with the more frequent eating and the reduction of the fiber per serving. So this person at this point, 3 weeks in, was using digestive aids at every single meal. They were already noticing improved hunger levels, so a little bit more appetite. That was encouraging them to eat a little bit more, and also a few more food cravings. So there was a reduction in nausea, and this person was able to access again a desire to eat foods again, which was a great sign. In terms of GI symptoms, this person reported feeling a less cramping with digesting meals, less abdominal bloating and distension, but still was experiencing some bowel irregularity, although that was improving as well. This person, in terms of energy levels, was also reporting an improved waking experience, so a little bit easier getting out of bed in the morning, less napping during the day, but still felt some fatigue, some exhaustion, and because of that was still really not engaging in a lot of physical activity. At the 8-week mark, this person had achieved 110% of their nutritional needs, so at that recommendation and above, which oftentimes we do recommend in the case of metabolic recovery, to heal that metabolism as fast as possible. And this person was also meeting 100% of their protein needs. So really a beautiful ability of this person in the face of such digestive discomfort to be able to really get back to adequate nutritional need in just 2 months. This person was tolerating much larger meals and was experiencing very strong, clear hunger signals to eat every couple of hours. So that really demonstrates that routine eating and sticking to a time frame helps the digestive system get back to adequate and regular hunger signals, which can then help you with achieving the right amount of food for you over a period of time. This person was also able to tolerate really different foods, more variety, was trying new foods and pulling foods back in that they maybe hadn't eaten for a very long period of time, including foods from eliminated food groups. So this person was really starting to have the confidence to reintroduce foods such that it wouldn't disrupt their digestion in the way that it had in the past, which was great. In terms of digestive or GI symptoms, this person explained that their bowel irregularity that they had been experiencing was almost completely resolved. This person was no longer experiencing nausea before, during, or after meals, and for the most part, the bloating and abdominal cramping that this person was experiencing had pretty much resolved. So a much better eating experience, which again was cause for celebration. The most important thing, I think, at this 2-month period was that this person really was experiencing a significant improvement in energy levels and was able to get back to a couple of the activities that they were really missing and experiencing. So again, able to get back to the life that they had been living before all of these digestive symptoms really started to plague them. So that was 2 months and really a beautiful recovery. At 4 months, this person was feeling really good. So what we did was bring their nutritional intake up again. So this person was meeting about 120% of their nutritional needs. Their digestive symptoms were largely resolved. And really what we were working on is just putting in more time at a higher nutritional level so that by the time we retested their metabolic rate, they would see an improvement in metabolic recovery as well as a reduction in protein breakdown. And that's exactly what happened. So we retested metabolism at about 5 months, and this person had initially come in at about 38% of what their predicted metabolic rate was. And at the retest at 5 months, this person was 98% of their predicted metabolism. So really a beautiful metabolic recovery. And in addition, their protein substrate or protein breakdown rate dropped from 220% of recommended all the way down to 113% of recommended. So still a little bit high, but overall in just 5 months, such a huge recovery process in terms of energy levels, resolving digestive issues, getting back to the life that they had been living before, eating more variety and with more freedom, and also having a healthier and nutritionally restored body. So that was a lot of cause for celebration. We continued our work for a couple more months because this person was still really struggling in terms of lean mass and trying to restore that back to normal range. And at another body composition test at 7 months, we saw that this person, who had still been eating up over 100% of their nutritional needs, even with adding some physical activity back in, was able to restore their lean mass back to normal range. So overall, in 7 months, this person really experienced a significant recovery just by addressing the overall pattern of how they were eating, making some modifications in the right places, and essentially getting back to better nutritional intake. And that really helped with resolving their digestive issues. So in going over this case study, I don't want to say in any way that this specific protocol is going to fix any digestive issues that you might be experiencing. This is for informational purposes only, and for anyone dealing with digestive issues, I recommend working with a healthcare professional who knows you, who you can continually update on symptom and symptom progression so that they can create a tailored plan that works for you. But I hope that at the very minimum, this gives you the opportunity to rethink about some of how you've been managing some digestive symptoms, if that's what's happening, or if you're in eating disorder recovery and still struggling with digestive symptoms. This is a place to start and consider that maybe the whole eating pattern might need to be addressed in order to experience some relief. And if not, the healthcare providers that you're working with can then have a better sense of where they might take that direction of treatment afterwards. So that's it for today, and I will see you in the next one.